Alright, it's the last one. It is the Heavy Play Wholesale Rare Lot of 1000 from Star City Games. We're going to crack it open and see what we got going on here. With me today is the Junior Bureaucrat. Say hello, Junior Bureaucrat.
Hi.
And we're going to talk about the cards as we go through them. We're going to see what we got. So, let's get to it. Alright, so we've opened up the played near mint to played 1000 lot. We saw what we got in that. We've opened up 1000 commons and uncommons. Now we're going to open up the definitely loved heavy play cards in rare, and we're going to see what we get. We're just going to figure it out and see if there's anything in here.
That card looks pretty cool right there.
That's worth getting. I'm wondering if, because these are heavy play, we're going to get maybe some better cards than we would have gotten just out of the regular play. It's yet to be seen.
The octopus looks pretty cool.
Octopuses are pretty cool.
No, the octopus card you just passed it.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get to it.
Yay.
We'll get to it.
Yay.
So, Junior Bureaucrat here is just learning Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
He's enjoying the artwork of the cards, and he's just trying to figure it out and see what he likes, and we're going to get him learning to play here some point in the future.
And I have some Pokemon and Magic the Gathering cards.
Yes, he does. You can see the menagerie over here. I'm still trying to categorize the last 2 boxes worth of stuff. So we're going to stack these up, and then we'll go through the stacks, and that's it.
Yes! Yay!
You ready to go, Junior Bureaucrat?
Yeah!
All right.
Yeah. No.
And as always, I'll do the supercut at the end, and we'll through the power of video editing, we will find out how much this lot was worth. This cost me $99.99, and we'll see if these are worth at least $99.99 at the end. So here we go. Righteous Authority, Tower of Calamities.
That's actually a volcano.
That looks like a volcano, huh? Yeah, I guess it does.
Because of the spots in the thing. I really like the bond too.
Oh, that Avacyn's Judgment has seen some love. I'm going to try and point out the cards that are... All these cards are definitely well played, but I'm going to see if I can... Angel Condemnation, that was a good card.
Yes,
the ones that are really, really hurting.
I saw a dinosaur. That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite animal. To me,
In Magic the Gathering, you like dinosaurs the best? Yeah, that's not bad.
And I like the shiny cards and the blue ones, the red ones, and the gold ones. Ooh, that was cool.
Siege, Saproling Cluster, old school card. Discard a card from your hand, put a 1/1 green slap and creature token into play. Any player may play this ability. Oh, interesting. That's an equalizer.
Gold. Blue, yay, blue, blue, blue.
What's your favorite color in Magic the Gathering?
Red and blue.
Red and blue?
Yeah.
No, Junior Bureaucrat's going to be an Is-It player, it looks like.
I like actually all of the colors.
You like all of the colors.
But my real favorite colors are blue and red, but not Magic Gathering.
Underworld Connections, good card. Aetherling.
I mixed up my colors. Okay.
Not really. Oh, Revelation. There's an old card. That is a
That's a
4th
cool
edition.
Card. That's a cool card.
Looks like stained glass. All players play with the cards of their hands face up on the table. Interesting.
That's a cool card.
Another Saproling Cluster.
I think the blue ones are the coolest right now.
You're enjoying the blue cards right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I really like blue.
Interestingly, again, I am seeing some of the lesser rares from standard. They're still in the box, and as of this time, the filming of this video, the sets that are in standard are Guilds of Ravnica, Core 19, Dominaria, and the Ixalans, Rivals, and Ixalan 1. And I think that's it that's in standard right now.
Because I'm 5 years old.
Tower of Fortunes as opposed to Tower of Calamities. Muse. Oh, Astral Cornucopia. That is a good commander card. Now that card right there, let's get that up there. I don't know if you can see it with the light. There is some love on that card.
I know.
Okay. All right. Land card. Ooh, Harbinger of Tides. There's a good card. Incendiary Command. And what's amazing to me is some of the reprints I've only known as reprints over time, so looking through this is a good history lesson. Bureaucrats over here, Junior Bureaucrat was thinking about telling his personal information on the internet, but now he knows he's not supposed to do that. Because it's the internet, and not all... Oh! Hey, Leo, here's a card for you. Bureaucrat. You don't lose the game after having 0 or less life. Call the Gatewatch, Oath of Gideon. There are some interesting cards in here that I would not have expected, I guess, in high play. But there's another one. It's got some marks on the top there. You can see it there. It's not focusing, but right above the W. Chrome Shell Crab. There you go. I know you like crabs. No? Junior Bureaucrat does not like crabs? Is that what you're telling me? Okay. He's being a little quiet and shy now because he thinks he's in trouble, everybody. But leave some comments. He's not in trouble. We just want him to be safe on the internet. That's all we want out of him. Regal Caracal, they had their day. The Cat Tribe. Some Commander cards in here, like legit from the Commander sets. Ooh, Extortion. 3 and 2 black. Look at target player's hand and choose up to 2 cards from it. That player discards those cards. Nice. Old school Ice Age card. Elder Worlds. Urza card, Barian Codex. I think we had this in our regular rares. Possibility Storm. Kamigawa Hairstrung Koto. Grim Backwoods. Interesting land. Nothing great, but just interesting. White Sun Zenith. Just to make it make sure everybody understands. When I do the scan in on the, and I use the TCG Player app that's available for iPhone and Android, not sponsored, just easy. Sometimes the app gets the set right, sometimes it gets it wrong, but when we're doing 1,000 cards, unless I catch it, just going to let it go through because it's probably not going to be that big of a difference in price, a few pennies. So I'm just going to let it go and hope for the best. Grove of the Guardian. At least we're getting a lot of interesting lands. Goblin Trenches. It's a Boros card. Eternal Masters 2. Sacrifice a land. Put 2 1/1 red and white goblin creature. Soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. Not bad. Another Honored Hierarch. Ludwig's Abomination, which is actually Ludwig's text subject. Planeswalker's Scorn. Interesting. Conflux? I'm not sure what that symbol is. 2 and a black. For 3 and a black, target opponent reveals a card at random from his or her hand. Target creature gets 0 X minus X. Till end of turn, where X is the revealed card's converted mana cost. Play this ability only anytime you could play a sorcery. Interesting. Dampening Engine. Planeswalker's Fury. Interesting. Interesting. Molten Vortex. Thopter Squadron. From... Wow, I can't remember some of the old sets names right now, unfortunately. But I do know that set. Couple Tessas in there already. Angel Heart Vial. Whenever you're dealt damage, you may put that many charge counters on Angel Heart Vial. 2 and tap, remove 4 charge counters, you gain 2 life. For 5, that is terrible. What I did like more about the foil box was that, at least in the foil box, it was very clear. The sets were almost all together. Contested Warzone. Check this out, Leo. Come up here. Come up here, Junior Bureaucrat. You gonna look at this or not? You gonna get over here? Or are you done? So if you're done, you can say goodbye and... What do you think of that one? You don't like it? Another Crackling Doom. Now that card has a lot of love. Oh my God, look at this one. Look at how much play, look at how beat up this card is. What do you think? Pretty well beat up? You can talk, you know that, right? You don't want to talk? You just want to be here right now? Alright. Well, this card, this is Game Preserve. This is the first, I would call this heavy play, really heavy play card that I've seen. That is beat up. Solar Tide, Fateful Showdown, Winter Moon Mesa. Comes into play tapped. Add 1 colorless mana, sacrifice it, and tap 2 target lands. Mass Calcify, Arbor Colossus, Death Pit Offering, Comes into play, sacrifice all creatures you control. Creatures you control get 2/2. Oh, I guess that's after. That's not bad, especially if like maybe a token deck or something where you can get them back. There is a Chronicles card. Fifth edition? No, maybe 1997. Firemind. Leviathan. Toolcraft Exemplar. Dune Blast. So we are definitely getting a lot of the, I would say, same cards, but maybe not in as good of condition as the first box, which would make sense, right? Although some of them are really not that bad. I see a little more white along the edge of the cards, but it's not. I mean, these are still very playable, I would say. Put them in double sleeve these, you'd never know the difference. Reverse the Sands. Crackling Counterpart. That's what the Junior Bureaucrat is to me. He is the Crackling Counterpart. Oh, Sylvan Advocate. I thought that was... to look to see how much that's worth. Signal the Clans. Oath of Chandra. I think I've gotten every oath now. Through the 2 boxes at least. Harsh Mentor. This is back in standard, Phyrexian Lynch. And that one right there is an M13 card. Throne of Empires. Precinct Captain. I think that's back in standard now too. I can't remember. Mana Barbs. Another Extortion. Battle of Wits. Oh, that came out of a recent duel deck. One of the last ones, I think. Another Angel of Condemnation. Terostodon. Precognition. Tempest. During your upkeep, you may look at the top card of target opponent's library. You may then put that card on the bottom of his or her library. Wow, that's a pretty powerful card. That's actually pretty good. Take a look at this. What do you think of the artwork? You gonna talk? You're not gonna talk. You're on video. You don't want to talk? You sure? Okay. Do you like this card? Junior Bureaucrat likes Precognition. Doom Cannon. There you go. What do you think? You like this one too? I think they want to hear you at least say some words. You don't want to say any words. It's the first time I've ever had him sit with me on anything and then just be quiet. It's amazing that he's this quiet right now, because he usually likes to talk so much. Midnight Ritual. Ooh, that's a scary card. If he wants to see it, though, he's going to have to come up here. I'm not going to keep taking the cards down to the floor for him. Do you want to see Midnight Ritual with all the ghosts on it? Come on up. What do you think? Scary? Not scary. Cool? It's cool. All right. Inkwell Leviathan. Cruel Ultimatum. Again, not seeing anything overly OP or valuable, but I think for commander type stuff or something of that nature, this is still in standard. Kamal's Juratic Vow. I think this is, again, fine. I think this is good for your cube. I think this is good for your commander decks. I think you'd have some trade fodder in here that other people will be interested in. Whether or not you get your full value out of it, that is for you to figure out for yourself. Staff of the Ages, another Ice Age card. What do you think of this old art? You like it? He likes it. Lightning Angel. Oh, he wants to see that. Hold on, everybody. He likes that one. Okay. Knowledge Pool. Oh. Alright, alright. There you go. He likes that one too. Blessed Reincarnation. Wow, that is a lot of text. 3 and a blue. Exile target creature an opponent controls. That player reveals cards from the top of his or her library until a creature card is revealed. Then the player puts the card onto the battlefield and shuffles the rest into his library. Alms Beast. Ooh, this card is an alternate win condition. Azor's Electors. Electors. There you go. Electors. I can speak. I really can. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a filibuster counter on Azor's Electors. Then, if Azor's Electors has 5 or more filibuster counters on it, you win the game. Whenever a source deals damage to you, remove a filibuster counter from Azor's Electors. Oath of Chase. Triad of Fates. Hour of Revelation. Oh, he's getting more interested, folks. You can see his little hand up there in the corner. Search the city. Oh, there's his face. I want you back up just a little bit there, buddy. There you go. Oh, foreign language card. Not too many of those that I've seen so far in this pie. Exotic Archer, good card. Hello. You gonna engage with us again? No, you're not. You're just gonna be there? Alright. Back up just a little bit for me. Thank you. Why don't you point out the card that you like, and I'll stop and I'll talk about that card, okay? Chamber Breaker Devils. That's a Halloweenish card for you, isn't it? 5 and a red. At the beginning of your upkeep, return an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery spell, Chamber Breaker Devils gets +4/+0 until end of turn. It's expensive, but not terrible. Dawnbringer Chariots. Human Soldier, Flying, and Lifelink. For 4, not bad. Divine Reckoning. Each player chooses a creature he or she controls, destroys the rest. For 4 and a flashback, that's actually pretty good. Eater of Hope, it's a demon card. Look at that old art. Wow, that's Chronicles again. Ruins of Orna Reef. Ruins of Orna Reef, battlefield tap. Mana, put a 1 counter on target colorless creature that entered the battlefield this turn. Total War. Sometimes that's what I feel like when it's me and Junior Bureaucrat arguing. Total War. What do you think? No, it's not like that? He's just getting his hand in there. Why don't you show off your tattoo to everybody? You got a little dinosaur tattoo going on. Garrick's Horde, Helm of the Gods. Dominaria's Judgment. Well, since Dominaria is in standard, let's see what this says. Until end of turn, creatures you control gain protection from white. If you control plains, from blue. If you control an island, from black. If you control a swamp, from red. If you control a mountain, and from green. If you control a forest. Interesting. And that's an instant. Forgotten Harvest. Planeswalker's Mirth. Interesting that we've gotten, I think, all the different colors. That one is called Nightmare. It's a flying nightmare horse. His eyes got real big, everybody. Fatal Frenzy. Thoughtweft Trio. Kithkin Soldiers. First Strike and Vigilance. Champion of Kithkin. When this comes into play, sacrifice it unless you remove another Kithkin you control from the game. Xenograph. Each creature you control is chosen type in addition to its other types. And that happens as it enters the battlefield. You choose a creature type. Body Double. You may have Body Double entered the battlefield as a copy of any creature in your graveyard. Crucible of the Spirit Dragon. Sphinx. Twinning Glass. Tower of Champions. Sudden Disappearance. Exile all non-land permanent target player controls. Return the exiled cards to the battlefield under the owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. It's almost as good as Teferi's Protection, but not just. Just a little shy of that. Shivan Dragon, classic. Insidious Will. Unexpected Results. Identity Crisis. I think the junior bureaucrat's having an identity crisis because he's not talking right now. Luragoyf. It's sort of... I said this before. I think this is really sort of like a Tarmogoyf, but I don't remember what Tarmogoyf costs, and that might be the major difference. This may also not be in standard. I mean modern, which is why it's a problem. It's a zombie wizard. Yeah, just kind of shocked by that one, everybody. Dragon Scale General. Tunnel Ignis. Havoc Festival. That's like a party in the living room that the kids have. Dune Blast. Another Dune Blast. Okay, I'm not going to read every card. Thank you. He's just being silly now. He's finally opening back up, which is nice. Silklash Spider. Plague Belcher. Hello. You gonna say hello to everybody? You gonna talk? No, you're still not talking. Alright. Morningtide. Remove all cards in all graveyards from the game for 1 and white. That's not bad. Blood Satyr. Collective Unconsciousness. It is what I feel like some days when all my kids are talking to me simultaneously. Draw a card for each creature you control. Wild Beastmaster. I'm sure you all have seen that Hall of Triumph. I'm sure that all of you have seen that there's been some duplication, but that is totally expected. And honestly, very okay for 1,000 cards. Drakehaven. Mercurial Chemister. What? I can't hear you. Oh yeah, Junior Bureaucrat has his own shows we're gonna start getting up. Where if you got kids and you want to watch some toy action, he's gonna be getting into that real soon on his own. Not because I want him to. He wants to do it himself. Isn't that right? Can you say yes? You're still not going to talk. You're being very silly right now. Oath of Scholars. More mana barbs. Key to the city. Goblin Festival. Noradar, Royal Shopper. Merfolk Ally. Whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery spell, you may put 3 1/1 counters on target land you control. If you do, that land becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste that's still a land. Another Ship's Navigator. We had that in the other pile. Lich's Tomb. You don't die. You don't lose the game for having 0 life. Whenever you lose life, sacrifice a permanent for each 1 life you lost. That is a card that is. I think this is Lich's Mastery in Standard right now. Selective Memory. It's something that my kid has. Trading Post. Another Cornucopia. Volcanic Dragon. Planar Cleansing. You like this card? Tarax Bladewing. Okay. Flying in Haste. And it has some... there's a card in here that's got a lot of love on it coming up here. I think that's Future Sight. I think that's what this set was. The oddball... where they tried to change the design of the card. Kitar's Wrath has had some serious love on it. You can see it right there on that side. Contested Warzone, Savage Titan, Electrostatic Pummeler, Repeating Barrage, Grafted Skull, Indestructibility,
I like the eye one.
Desolation Twin. That's a good card.
I like the eye one.
You like the eye one?
And the one that had 1 eye.
The one that had 1 eye. Hold on, everybody. He wants to go back. This one?
Yeah.
Lavaborn Muse. That's what you were talking about? Okay. Desolation Twin. A lot of Terastodons. My kid wants me to tell everybody that you guys are that he is into artwork and he is really into his coloring of late. He's a young guy, so he's just trying to get that all together for himself. Devastation Tide. It's a miracle. Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. Goblin Dark Dwellers.
I really like the card you just passed.
This one?
Yeah.
Seismic Mage.
No. But, no, yeah.
Lurking Evil. It's kind of frightening that he smiles that much for that, folks. Amber Prison. Interesting. Alright. Getting towards the end here. 1 or 2 more handfuls. Another Astral Cornucopia. Amira Tandris.
I like the one card right there.
Electropotence.
Yeah.
Hostile Desert. It's the first one in this pile. Magus of the Library. He likes the aligned Hedron network. Toolcraft Exemplar. Vryn Wingmare. Flying, 9 creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Oh, that would actually be pretty good in a Taxes deck. Loxodon Punisher. Tectonic Instability. Whenever a land comes into play, tap all lands its controller controls. Interesting. Another one. Alpha Ally. Oh, Archangel. Flying. Attacking does not cause Archangel to tap. So this is just another Sarah's Angel. Just way more expensive. Plagiarize. Juxtapose. Okay. Mercadian Life. Willbreaker.
I like that one.
Contested Cliffs. Add 1 to your mana pool. For red and green, tap it and target beast creature you control. Fight target creature an opponent controls. Liability. Death Wish. A lot of older cards. Living Lands. That's kind of nice just to get the old ones. Trade Secrets. For 3, target opponent draws 2 cards, then you draw up to 4 cards. That opponent may repeat this process as many times as he or she chooses. Oh, very interesting. Okay. Dampening Engine. Ice Cave. Bombing Wave. Head Games. Another Lynch. Counterflux. Truce. Each player may draw up to 2 cards. For each card less than 2 any player draws, that player gains 2 life. Another Shivan Dragon. Arcbond. Another High Priest. Glaciers. During your upkeep, pay 1 in white and blue or destroy glaciers. All mountains become plains. Ooh, Blessed Reversal. You gain 3 life for each creature attacking you. Body Snatchers. Unbreathing Horde. Magus of the Arena. Mob Rule. Another Possibility Storm. Pontiff of Blight. Aetherling, Spectral Force. Another Mana Barbs. Tariff. 1 in white. Each player chooses a creature with the highest total casting cost he or she controls, then pays an amount of mana equal to that creature's total casting cost, or buries that creature. Interesting. Another Crackling Doom. Another Drakehaven. Crater Claws. Another test subject. Blood Funnel. Non-creature spells you play cost 2 less to play. Whenever you play a non-creature spell, counter that spell unless you sacrifice a creature. Wow. Talk about paying a tax. Twisted Allegiance and Squall Line. Squall Line is the last card. Squall Line deals X damage to each creature with flying and each player. Well, that's interesting. And it's a time spiral, I think, and it's about Dominaria. The constant shifting of Dominaria shredded timeline played havoc with its atmosphere, combining savage electrical storms from ages past. Okay, overall, yeah, these are definitely cards that are more loved than the played box, but still I think very not very good as in the actual term, but good condition overall. Definitely usable for the most part. There was only a couple that had a lot of love on them. You can see, I think on camera, there's definite discoloration just in the side. You can make out the difference. But overall, like I said, I think you put these, you double sleeve these into your deck or into your cube or whatever, you're never going to tell the difference. They're going to look just fine. Do I think there's $99 worth of value here? I think there is. So I will end up doing the scan in, and I will let all of you know in just a minute. Be right back. Okay. Alright, so here's what I have. After scanning all the cards in using the TCG Player app, even on mid, I just leave it set to the default settings, so your mileage may vary here. We ended up getting 958 high play rares. Okay, we're a little short, but if you remember the other parts, part 1, part 2, and part 3, we're already over 2,000 cards. So coming up a little short here and a little more on the others, not a big deal to me. I don't feel cheated. But had I not purchased all that together, who knows? You know, if I was you and this is what you got, maybe I would email Star City and be like, hey, I need another 42 cards because you shorted me 42 cards, and that's not cool. Now, that being said, out of that, we got $167 and $17 worth of value on mids. So maybe there's $99 worth of value in the box. Maybe. Still agree with what I said. It's great for your commander cube. It's great for commander decks cube. You could probably get away with double sleeving it and using it at Friday Night Magic. I think you're going to be fine if there's any cards in there that you want to use. If there's not, then you're going to buy a bunch of rares for nothing, which maybe, I don't know, build a battle deck for a friend or set up something on eBay or wherever you want to sell off your packs and try to recoup some of your money. But other than that, I'm not unhappy with the buy. I think there's a lot of stuff in there that I'll end up using for various stuff. I may give some to my kids to let them have some rare cards and things like that. Okay, that's all I got. So until next time, everybody.